It has been a strange year, my friends, and strange times call for going back to really simple, basic, playful ways of coming into our creative practice. So on this particular day, I took a long walk in the woods and gathered some little leaves, evidence of the gorgeous colors that were changing here in the area. Maybe there's a way you can do that where you are, to get in touch with the seasons, bring a little nature into the house or into your art table area or just wherever it is that you play, and just be inspired by the colors and the textures, and play with the materials that you have on hand, as you see me doing here for this little something from the studio snippet. Just letting the colors flow. I used an assortment of supplies, craft paints, Liquitex paints, Dr. P.H. Martin's inks, De La Rowney acrylic inks, and I just let things flow. Again, just moving from one color to the next, playing with a few ideas at a time, not taking any of it too seriously, just bringing a little bit of that warmth into a creative practice session. Just using the dropper from the ink there to draw that line gave it such a nice quality, and moving swiftly. And then moving a little water and then some color within the shape that sort of gesture drawing made. I love the holes and the rattiness of that leaf. And then I thought maybe I would try to press through it a little bit. Used an assortment of thicknesses in the paints I put down. Really liked the abstract blob that came out of it. Use a little brayer, see what would happen, and then just let that carry me into a few other playful pressings. I think of these little experiments like lab experiments in the studio, and then you can use pages that were scraps or just part of the experiments to then bring in a different type of mark making. So here bringing in some drawing tools and still playing with the inspiration on the leaves. And then here on this sheet, I was just in love with the colors and using a palette knife to start to use some of the extra paint, moving that around, thinking about the layers and the way leaves layer over top of one another on the ground, coming back to this one and wetting up some of those water-soluble drawing materials. And then coming in here and bringing a little plastic on top of some fluid ink to get a really subtle texture. There, I pulled out a glass dip pen. All of this didn't take me very long at all, but I just kept responding immediately to the impulse as it came to pull out this tool or that supply, or to try that particular movement again if I liked something that was happening. And then coming back in for another pass. No reason you can't let things dry and do more than one layer, right? And then I took those little samples and palettes I liked and pasted them into my current sketchbook for some inspiration. As simple as that. Those little 6 ones I cut up, and I think I'll use them for notes to some friends.